to Virtual Storytime. My name is Yvonne and I'm a librarian with LA County Library. I'm so glad you can join us today. Let's say hello while learning some sign language. We are going to be learning how to make a few different signs, including hello, friends, time, like you're tapping a watch, and say. Would you like to try it together? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. So, hello, friends. I'm so glad you can all join us for story time today. Our first book of the day is called Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly by Carolyn Parkhurst, read with permission from Macmillan Books. So, do you ever help around the house at home? Do you ever help around the kitchen? I hope you don't cook what Henry is cooking over here. Can you see what Henry has in his bowls here on the cover? It looks like he has a doll in there and he has a rocket ship in there. Let's find out more. Hello, I'm Henry, and this is my little sister, Eleanor, but I like to call her Elliebelly. Welcome to our cooking show, Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly. Cooking, says Elliebelly. Today we'll be making raspberry marshmallow peanut butter waffles with barbecue banana bacon. And now, here's our theme song. Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly. This show is good. This show is great. We cook the food, but not the plate. Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly. And Elliebelly says, cooking. I help. Now, before we get started with our recipes, we need to put on our chef hats. No chef hat, pirate hat. No, Elliebelly, this is a cooking show, remember? We need to wear chef hats. No chef hat, pirate hat. Okay, you can wear your pirate hat, I guess. Henry pirate hat, Henry pirate hat. Mom, what is it? Elliebelly says I have to wear a pirate hat. Henry pirate hat, Henry pirate hat. Sweetie, she's 2. You don't have to do what she says. She won't stop saying it. Work it out, you 2. So does that sound familiar to those of you with brothers and sisters? Does your mom ever tell you to work it out? Welcome back to Pirate Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly. Baby Ann. Okay, welcome back to Pirate Cooking with Henry, Elliebelly, and Baby Ann. Cooking! So here we have 3 animals. 1, 2, 3. Can you name them all? Can you see what kinds of animals those are? That's right. So we have a dinosaur, a hamster, and a black kitty cat. Now for raspberry marshmallow peanut butter waffles, you'll need to get the finest ingredients possible. We start with about 17 cups of imported flour from Kansas and mix it in a bowl with 2 jars of peanut butter and 12 duck eggs. Pizza, I help. No, you can't put pizza in it. Pizza, me do it. So Elliebelly is helping out by putting a slice of pizza in there. Then mix everything together with a whisk made from the finest metal possible. Baby Ann goes swimming. Uh-oh, Baby Ann going swimming in the bowl. Mom! We'll be right back. Technical difficulties. Baby Ann, take bath. That's right, Baby Ann is taking a bath in the washing machine. She'll be back later in our show. Getting back to our waffles, next you have to count how many years old you are. That's how many marshmallows and raspberries you need to add. So my waffle will have 5 of each, and Elliebelly's will only have 2. So if marshmallows mean how many years old you are, can you count at home how many marshmallows you need for your waffle recipe? So Elliebelly says, not 2, 5, 5 for Elliebelly. Sorry, Elliebelly, that's what the recipe says. And now it's time for a commercial. Buy a car, buy a giraffe, buy a rocket ship, buy some pudding. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Welcome back. Now, there are 2 ways you can make barbecue banana bacon. You can start with bacon and add bananas, or you can start with bananas and add bacon. It's really up to you. And while that's in the oven, let's check on our waffles. You want them to be crisp but not crunchy, brown but not black, hot but not cold. I help cook. Actually, Elliebelly, our food is just about ready. Maybe you can help me eat it. Eating, I help. Are y'all good eaters? You're good at helping with the eating? Me too. I love the eating. Mmm, delicious. Where food, Henry? Well, it's just pretend food. We have to pretend to eat it. No pretend food, real food. Try a bite. You can really taste the marshmallows. And then Mom says, come into the dining room, you two. I made you some real waffles. Real waffles! I help eat. Join us next time for Pirate Cooking with Henry and Elliebelly. Baby Teresa and Baby Teresa. Bon appetit! So Henry and Elliebelly get to sit down to some delicious waffles Mom made. We're going to be singing a song next where we visit all kinds of fun places like the moon, the stars, and the sun. Get your rocket ships ready, warm them up, and let's head to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! What about the stars? Do you think we should visit the stars? Right, get your rocket ships ready. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Far, 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 we're going to the stars in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! What about the sun? Do you think we should visit the sun? Okay. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! So next up, we have a felt story combined with some counting practice. Who is ready to count some royal penguins with me? Don't you think that they look so distinguished, all dressed up in what colors? What colors are these penguins dressed up in? That's right, these penguins are all dressed up in black and white. So this is called counting royal penguins. One royal penguin, feeling very blue, called for his brother, and then there were 1, 2. 2 royal penguins swimming in the sea called for their sister. Then there were 1, 2, 3. 3 royal penguins waiting on the shore called for their mother, and then there were 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 royal penguins learning how to dive, called for their father. And then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job counting penguins. So, next we are going to sing a little song about the days of the week. How many days are there in a week? That's right, there are 7 days in a week. And how many of these days can you name? We're going to do some naming of the days of the week next. So we have 7 days in a week. There are 7, there are 7, there are 7 days a week. There are 7, there are 7, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Should we try that one again? Okay. There are 7, there are 7, there are 7 days a week. There are 7, there are 7, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very nice naming all the days of the week. Our next story time book of today is called Herman and Rosie by Gus Gordon, read with permission from Macmillan Books. So let's find out what Herman and Rosie are up to. Once upon a time, in a very busy city, on a very busy street, in 2 very small apartments lived Herman Schubert over here and Rosie Bloom over here. Herman lived on the 7th floor. That's so funny. We were just talking about how there are 7 days in a week, right? Well, Herman lived on the 7th floor. He liked potted plants, playing the oboe, wild boysenberry yogurt, the smell of hot dogs in the winter, and watching films about the ocean. Rosie lived on the 5th floor in the building next door. She liked pancakes, listening to old jazz records, the summertime subway breeze, toffees that stuck to her teeth, singing on the fire escape, and watching films about the ocean. So what do Herman and Rosie have in common? What are the things that they like that are the same? That's right. So Herman and Rosie both like watching films about the ocean. Herman and Rosie liked living in the city. There were days when all the buzzing and honking and humming made them feel like anything was possible. But often the city was a lonely place. Herman worked in a tall building in an office on the 51st floor. He spent all day on the phone selling things. So here is a picture of Herman at work saying, and the blue whale can grow up to 33 meters in length. No one wanted to buy a thing, but this didn't matter to Herman. He just loved having someone to talk to. Look at all the animals working in the same office that Herman does. Rosie worked uptown in a fine restaurant. In the afternoons, she rode to singing lessons. On Thursday nights, she sang for 2 hours at a small downtown jazz club. It was the highlight of her week. So this jazz club is called the Mangy Hound Jazz Club. One day on his way home from work, Herman heard a noise. It wasn't a normal city noise. It was a different kind of noise. Someone was singing. And it was wonderful. It made him feel like he had eaten honey straight from the jar. That night, with the singing in his head, Herman took his oboe to the roof and played a groovy little jazz number. So Herman and Rosie both like music, and Herman is playing jazz on his oboe on the roof. What do you think will happen next to Herman and Rosie? In the building next door, Rosie began to hum and her toes began to tingle. Oboe music filled the room. It was the most splendid sound she had ever heard. And it stayed in her head like good tunes do. She hummed it as often as she could so it didn't fade away. For days it seemed that the music was following them. Herman kept hearing that beautiful voice, and Rosie kept hearing that groovy tune everywhere. So we're in the subway here with Herman, and he's hearing that tune. Herman's taking a walk and hearing that tune. In the restaurant and at the park, Herman and Rosie are hearing the groovy tune. Then one morning, Herman arrived at work to find that he had lost his job. He just wasn't selling enough things. Herman thought he had sold lots of things, but in truth, he was so happy to be talking to someone, he often forgot about the selling part. Uh-oh. That evening at the Mangy Hound Jazz Club, Rosie sang up a storm, but there was no one there to hear it. And after her set, Rosie was given some bad news. The club was closing down. Herman left his office for the last time. He didn't feel like playing his oboe that night. And Rosie didn't feel like singing. The city felt busier and louder and darker than usual. Herman Schubert sat in his small apartment eating pretzels. To cheer himself up, he decided to watch his entire Jacques Cousteau underwater film collection. Packed away neatly under the bed sat Herman's oboe. Rosie Bloom stood in the kitchen of her small apartment making pancakes. Lots of pancakes, way more than she could possibly ever eat. This didn't make her feel any better, so she sat down and watched her entire Jacques Cousteau underwater film collection. Days and nights and weeks inched by. Rosie lost her voice to sounds of the city, and Herman lost the urge to play his oboe. The city kept on moving, but everything had fallen out of tune. Then one morning, something was different. Rosie woke suddenly, and she needed toffee that stuck to her teeth. Herman woke suddenly and had a craving for wild boysenberry yogurt. It was such a beautiful day outside that Herman soon forgot his yogurt and Rosie forgot her toffee. Instead, they walked. So we have some clues here about where Herman and Rosie live. Let's talk about this a little. We see they have pizza in this place. There's a place called Times Square. There's a street called Broadway, a yellow taxi, and the Statue of Liberty. Can anybody guess where Herman and Rosie live? That's right, they live in New York City. Until they both ended up at the same place, where they each had a hot dog. Mustard, hold the sauerkraut, please. Then they both walked home. That night, Herman got out his oboe from under his bed and headed to the roof. The city seemed pleased to him. Even its rattles and honks sounded musical. Rosie was cooking and feeling strangely happy when she heard the sounds of a groovy little jazz number. She dropped the frying pan. She just had to follow that tune. Out, up, and over until... Well, they both like ocean films and they both like music, so there is Rosie and Herman. Once upon a time, in a very busy city, on a very busy street, on top of a very tall building, Rosie found Herman, and Herman found Rosie. The city was never quite the same. So there are Herman and Rosie playing music together. So that's Herman and Rosie by Gus Gordon. Is it time to sing another song? This song will get your whole body moving. So stretching is a really good way to relax our bodies and to help us feel good. So let's start with a big stretch up high and a big stretch down low. Are you ready? This is called head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Can you do that again? Very slow. Let's try doing it very slow this time. So stretch up high. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. How about fast? Let's see how fast we can do it. Let's get all our stretches out and see how fast we can do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Yay, fantastic. Okay, do you remember our hello song that we started off Storytime with? Well, now it's time to say goodbye, and we have a goodbye song too. And it also uses sign language. It matches our hello song. So do you remember how to do friends and time and say? You remember all those? Great. So we're just going to add goodbye to that one for our goodbye song. Should we try it all together with what we learned earlier? All right. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed virtual story time. Join us again for another story time. Remember to visit our website and our YouTube channel for more programs and activities. Bye for now.